Okay, let's go ahead and get started. In case you're wondering why I look like the wetback I am. I got a haircut and they washed my whole back. So I'll be cool here. If you get too warm in here, I'll be cool. All right. Let's go ahead and get started, and stand if you would, we'll do the pledge and the prayer.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our kind of most gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to come together once again. Thank you for giving us the insight that we have thus far, coming through what we've all come through COVID in this school year. We pray that you'll continue to watch over the students, the teachers, the parents, the families, the faculty, and the staff of everyone in Swain County Schools as we continue to guide and see our way through the trials, tribulations that may lay ahead, and also the accolades of those that are well deserving of them tonight. Pray that you'll just continue to watch over us, keep us safe, lead, guide, and direct us in everything that we do. For it's in your precious Son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, we'll call our meeting to order. And first of item is the approval for the agenda.
Mr. McKinney, if we could add two things tonight. We have a group of young ladies who have put a dynamic project together, and I would really like for everyone here and everyone who may be viewing to see that, because there's an opportunity for all of us in our community to participate in this. So could we please add that as discussion? It's a presentation. There will be no action taken. And then in the FYI, I need to give all of you some information and give you a little explanation about it so that we can be ready for the next board meeting. Okay?
All right, we have approval. A motion
Motion.
and a second.
Second.
All right, all in favor by aye. Let's move on then with the Teacher of the Year recognition. Mr. Purcell, I'll turn that over to you to get started.
Well, we have 5 teachers who have been selected by their peers to represent the best and then some at each of the different schools. I believe that 4 of them are here with us tonight. Unfortunately, Nikki Stevenson, who is the representative from Bright Adventures, could not be here. Nikki has been in education for 8 years. She started as a substitute. Then she became a teacher assistant, and now she is a lead teacher at the pre-K, and she has been doing that for 4 years. She's from Buckner Branch. You may know her husband, Eric, who works at the high school. She has 2 children, Allie and Jackson. Nikki has a bachelor's degree in birth decay, and she received that from WCU. She serves on the NC Star team and also the action team of service and leadership for the pre-K, so she's busy there. She said that she would like to tell everyone that she is honored to represent Bright Adventures for this award. The people that she works with are amazing educators, and she loves her students and believes they are the best. And she says the thing about working at pre-K is getting to be a child's first experience at education and giving them that solid foundation to build on as they grow. She loves helping them to learn to navigate the new school world they are in, and she loves to learn along with them that it is a great blessing to be part of Swain County Schools. So congratulations to Nikki and also to Bright Adventures Pre-K for having her on staff there. Now I believe that each of you, except for you, Mr. McKinney, has an award or a recognition, and when they call your name out, if the teacher would please come to the front and we'll give you a certificate, and then Mr. McKinney will tell us all who the District Teacher of the Year is. I'll do Kim's if she doesn't get here in time.
Okay, well, she's the next one on the list.
Just go ahead and do yours.
Okay. Well, I'm looking for a young man, and I think he's in attendance with us.
He's
I
here.
see him over there. He's smiling through his glasses and his goatee, and he's perfectly. I'm not looking at Dunford. Oh, I'm looking at the guy behind Dunford. The Swain Middle School Teacher of the Year is Mr. Tim Sell. Congratulations. Mr. Tim Sell. Come on up here. He's at Swain Middle School. He's our band and chorus director. He has 5 years in education, 4 years here at Swain County. His spouse, which I think that he will give a lot of credit to, I do mine. If you don't, you'll be sleeping outside tonight. It's Miss Jana Morsell. He's got a BS in music education, concentration, and its concentration is instrumental music. He's got a BM in another BM music degree, and then his all degrees were from Western Carolina University. And this last statement in his education portfolio here, I'm kind of questioning because I know he can see his dad's head there. Take a good look at that. He's going to start in MSA School Administration, about to start an education in it. So we commend him on that. His school communities are the literacy team, NC Star team, Lighthouse team, the MTSS student support team, arts and culture, elective PCL or PLC facilitator. And he's also part of the Western District number 3 Middle School Choral MPA Chair and the WNC Bandmasters Secretary and the NC Bandmasters All-State Clinician Assistant. Very good, very good. I'm going to give you a handshake and congratulations. Thank you very much.
Go back and sit down. Make yourself look good. Let's go ahead and go around and save Kim's to last, just in case she gets here in time to do that, okay?
Okay. Teacher of the Year for West Elementary is Jordan Hedrick Farley. Congratulations. And I'll tell you a little bit about her. She's a teacher for West Elementary. Jordan has been teaching for 8 years. She has been employed in Swain County for the past 3 years. Ms. Farley received her associate degree from Tri-County Community College. She went on to complete her bachelor's degree through Western Governors University. She also holds a master's degree in curriculum and instruction. Mrs. Farley is a certified leader in me training and serves at the West Elementary Lighthouse team. She will also serve on the school improvement team in the upcoming year. Mrs. Farley is married to Heath Farley. She has 2 children that attend Swain County schools, White Hyde at Swain Middle School and Ryland Hyde at West Elementary. She serves as also as an elected town council member for the town of Fontana Dam, as well as a mayor pro tem and deputy finance officer. Swain County School System is very fortunate to have Jordan Farley on our team, and we look to for her to continue doing amazing things in the future. Congratulations, Ms. Farley.
You would be next, young man.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Get here. I have the honor to present the award for the Swain County High School to Ashley West. Ms. West is a social studies teacher at Swain County High School. She has 6 years in education, all of which she has been a teacher at Swain County schools. The community in where she lives is Silva. Degrees and certification, she has a bachelor's in history education and a master's in history. It looks like the bachelor's degree came from Campbell University and the master's degree came from Western Carolina University. The current school committees, NC Star Chair, Faculty Lighthouse Team, PLC Guiding Coalition, and the NHS Faculty Council. There's a short statement here. Would you like me to read that? Because it's kind of in third person. I'll read it. This is the short statement provided by Ms. West. It said, I'm very humbled to receive this award. My Swain family has been very instrumental in the development of who I've become, not just as a teacher, but also as an individual. I have deeply valued the guidance and advice learned from the various coworkers and the leadership above me. To be chosen to represent my peers is an honor. And Ms. West, as my father was a former history teacher, as well as I know some of the company with Ms. Clemens, you're among some of the best history teachers we've ever seen. So to be able to get this and be renowned among those folks is a truly an honor, and very good job.
Ms. Carpenter, we waited for you.
I'm so sorry, I'm
No, it's fine.
late. I'm tickled and honored and happy to announce the East Elementary Teacher of the Year, and that's Jason Dunford. Mr. Dunford is a fifth grade science and social studies teacher at Swain East Elementary. He was the Teacher of the Year for East Elementary in 2003, 2004. He has taught in Swain County for 26 years, and 23 of those years he's been a bus driver as well. His wife is Kim Dunford, and his children are Jacob Dunford, James Wyatt Potts, and Levi Dunford, and his parents are Skip and Lucy Dunford, and I know that you're very proud of him. His degrees and certifications to BA in elementary education, he's national board certified. He's had a renewal of the certification. His current school committees are NC Star Team and the Swain Band Booster President. So I'm very proud of you, and thank you.
And we have kept the next announcement as closed a secret as we possibly could. So, Mr. McKinney, would you please announce our District Teacher of the Year for us?
I will do that. This board, of course, is proud of all of our teachers. We struggle all the time about all the things that you have to face and all the things you face in the state as far as raising pay and all those issues. But I want you to know we're 100% behind you, and anything we can do. We've missed this year not being out, so a lot of you I haven't seen, and I miss that because of COVID. I want to get back into schools and see all the job that you do. And this young lady, the first time I've seen her, but I'm impressed with the school she's in and what they do, and she's from the West Elementary. You want me to go any farther? And that's Miss Jordan Hedrick Farley.
Hedrick? Yeah. To all of the Teachers of the Year, Ms. Farley and all of you, we'll have a plaque for you at the beginning of the next school year. And we'll celebrate this with all of our staff at that time. We just don't have an opportunity to do that at the end of this school year. But congratulations to all of you. And there are some more awards that we're just going to call names out for tonight. And then we'll get their certificates to them later on this week. So, Mr. Carson, why don't you tell us who the Assistant Teachers of the Year are and who our district award winner is?
So we'll start with Bright Adventures. It'll be Miss Natalie Crisp. We thank you. We'll move on to East Elementary, Mrs. Angie Schuler. West Elementary, Mrs. Pam Cunningham. The middle school, Mrs. Angie Gunner. And the high school, Mrs. Kathy Outlaw. And our Swain County Schools Teacher Assistant of the Year will be Mrs. Natalie Crisp.
We also have a Principal of the Year. And Cody, would you let the world know who this person is?
The Principal of the Year is Mr. Tim Kerr.
Just stand up and say hi. Travis, some of the most important people that we have in our school system are our custodians, and they go unnoticed too much.
Yes, sir.
So why don't you tell us who our Custodian of the Year is?
The Custodian of the Year is Danny Woods.
Congratulations, Danny. And we picked this next one out and asked Mr. McKinney to do this one intentionally because he's been around a long time, and so has she. So would you please let us know who our Administrative Assistant of the Year is?
Food service, as you know, that's the fondest memories that you go back to school. Those ladies are always cutting up, always having a good time, and they still do, I understand. And they make the school brighter in what they do. They also make us healthier too, and maybe a little more weight occasionally. But they do a great job. And this lady is Vicki Harless.
Congratulations, Ms. Harless. And Mr. McKinney, who's our Administrative Assistant of the Year?
I happen to know this lady pretty well because she was one of my administrative assistants at the high school back in the 1890s. Well, no.
Yeah, 1890s.
I mean, she's
gonna love you for
her.
that.
That's been a long time. And she is a dandy. and she's a good friend. And I can say with a lot of them, I also had her in school. So, but that's Deborah Smith, and I'll see her too.
Ms. Carpenter, would you let us know who our Student Support Professional of the Year is, and also perhaps our Technology Support?
Okay. Yes, the Student Support Professional of the Year is Carol Shell. And the technology, and the Technology Support Person of the Year is John Cook.
And some other important people in our school system that, again, don't get recognized enough are our maintenance men. And we say maintenance men right now, except we have a maintenance woman. And I want to tell you that the maintenance department has never been so clean. So I sincerely appreciate what you're doing, and I'm hoping that's going to rub off on them just a little bit, you know. But our maintenance person of the year is Mr. Michael Green. Congratulations, Michael. And then I'll tell you, there's a lady who has probably worked as hard or harder than most any other person in the school system because putting buses together and getting routes to work this year with all of the changes has been nothing but a superhuman feat. And so Tessa Crawford deserves, above all things, to be the Transportation Person of the Year. So congratulations, Tessa. And I think those are all of the awards we have tonight. Again, each person will be recognized again at the beginning of the next school year, but we wanted to go ahead and get those out, especially so that Jordan can get her money. That way she can go buy a new car. And no. Yeah, Matchbox car. That's right. So congratulations to each of you. Mr. McKinney, next on our agenda is a group of young ladies who have a marvelous idea. And it's going to mean a lot to Swain County when we get this completed. So I want to ask Cindy Arch to bring her team up. And would you ladies please introduce yourself and tell us what your idea is, and then let us know how we might be able to help you.
So I am so proud to introduce these students who I've been working with this year. We've been working on a community project, and I'd spoken with Mr. Kerr, and he was supportive of us creating a project that could combine writing and research, collaboration, and Swain County heritage. And I feel like we've hit upon just the perfect project, and I've had the perfect group of young ladies to work with, and I'm very proud of them. And I'm going to give them the opportunity to talk to you about it and introduce themselves.
Good evening. I'm Molly Woodard.
I'm Kinsley Hyatt.
I'm Alexa Aldridge.
And I'm Ellie Gunter.
We are all 7th grade students at Swain Middle School, and together we would like to let our school board and our community know this awesome project that we're working on. We are proposing a plan to clean and maintain the memory plaques around Swain Middle School. Memory plaques are small plaques that are planted all around Swain Middle School. These are little metal or plastic plaques bear the names of individuals who have worked, attended in SMS. These plaques have been placed in the ground in memory of people who have passed away, yet these individuals continue to live in the hearts of all of us here at Swain Middle School.
We have noticed that the plaques around the school need quite a bit of upkeep. We think they should be cleaned and made accessible so that when people are walking around the school, they will be able to easily see them. Many of the plaques are chipped or have eroded over time. A lot of these plaques need to be pressure washed, restabilized, or replaced. These plaques need brush, mulch, leaves, and other debris moved away from them. Actually, there are a lot of plaques around the school that most kids don't even know are there. For example, Bobby Amburn's plaque is in front of a classroom with leaves all around it, and you have to search for it. Betty Jo Hatcherson's plaque is up at the cafeteria, covered in flowers, and you can hardly see it. Augusta Nat is another example of a hidden plaque. Her beautiful name is hidden behind 2 big yellow bushes.
My mother has worked at Swain County Middle School for 7 years. I've been getting off the bus here since I was in kindergarten. I would get off the bus every day and walk past the trees and bushes. I would notice maybe 2 to 3 memory plaques. When Miss Arch mentioned that we would be doing this project, she asked how many we had noticed. We all said 2 to 3. She said that she thought we would be surprised at how many truly were out there, and we were. We would go around the school and find plaques hidden behind mulch, bushes, and leaves. Amazingly, in total, we ended up finding 21 plaques. We have gotten to know these people on a personal level and feel like they are not getting as much care and respect as they should be. Therefore, the last month, we have worked together to create a group to maintain and oversee the upkeep of these memory plaques. The people have a special place in Swain County's hearts, and it is our objective to maintain and preserve these plaques for future generations of students that attend Swain Middle School.
We have created a plan of action. It has 3 components: this year, over the summer, and long-term annual maintenance. Here is what we want to accomplish this school year. Present to school board, principal, and enlist ground staff and custodian staff. Replant trees that have died or need replacing. Make a list of name plaques that need to be repaired or reordered. Create a list of people who don't have and actually need memory plaques. Here is what we want to accomplish before next school year. Rake mulch, trim bushes, clean the existing plaques, stabilize all the plaques, begin the process of purchasing and planting the new memory plaques, plant new trees where needed. Here is what we want to get accomplished yearly. Clean and pressure wash all the plaques yearly, clean around plaques and rake up debris, mulch around the trees and plaques, make sure plaques have not fallen over and remain upright and under their proper tree. Keep a list and order new plaques when needed so that we can keep individual memories and their names living on at Swain Middle School.
Ladies, how can we help you?
We want to have raffles, ask for donations, and just do all we can to raise money to help keep this important project going. We have a goal to raise $1,000 from our community, and we would like the opportunity to come back next year and give you updates and share what we are doing. We already created a plan, a club, and have the groundwork laid out. We are planning on a lot of collaboration over the summer and look forward to getting right to work as soon as we return next school year.
So how many plaques do we need now if we were to replace them all? Do you remember?
We have 21 existing, and we're looking at maybe 4 people who we would like to add to it at this current point. And that we could add more, considering that if we get together and we find names of persons who we would like to add to that list. But right now we're looking at roughly 25.
So we're looking at 25 replacements, and I've suggested to the ladies that we replace them all so that they'll be consistent in how they look. And I've committed to them $2,500 of Stephanie Treadway's money to pay for that. And if she doesn't have it, Mr. Kerr will take it out of his 061 budget. But I do think that it would be a good outreach and a good statement from the community and from anyone else if they would like to make a donation to this project. And that's probably the primary reason that I brought these girls up here, is because I know that each of you have money. And you could, I'm just playing. We thought that if we could make this a kind of a formal announcement for the community, and then tomorrow we're going to develop a video, so you all need to be at school. You're not in the 8th grade, so you don't have science testing, right? Okay, so we should be able to do that. And Mr. Holt's going to help me put that together, and then we'll put that out and start asking for donations. Okay? Do you all have any questions?
That was, you kind of answered my question there, is if someone were wanting to make a donation, where would it go, how would they do that? But I guess that'll be sorted out later, and we'll put
Well,
that.
they could, Cody, they can go ahead and make a donation to the Swain County Middle School.
Okay.
And just make sure that that donation is targeted for this project. What shall we name it?
Yes.
Tell us.
Our tree people.
Would you say that one more time without laughing?
Our tree people.
Our tree people. Okay. I got nothing. Leave it to Molly.
We're gonna get a lot of questions about that.
I know.
What is the target budget? I mean, what?
Well, I really do believe that we can replace the plaques for $100 apiece, and we can do something really nice. Kevin Allman and I did a little research yesterday very quickly, and we can get a granite plaque that's been laser etched with a picture of the person and their name and a saying underneath it. And a description. And we can probably purchase that for less than $100. We'll have to look at a way to mount those then, but I really believe that for $100 a piece that will be okay. Any other questions?
I had the privilege yesterday to listen to these young ladies, and I was blown away by their maturity and their thoughtfulness. And I want to tell you right now, it shows leadership quality.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's been there all this time, and none of the rest of us have picked up on that. So I appreciate it, and you're commended for doing something that gives back to the community like that. Thank you.
Anything else you want us to know?
We want to say thank you to Miss Arch for taking us out of class and working on this project with us.
No, seriously, Miss Arch, what you've done is amazing, and you know that this will last in their memories forever. So thank you.
And I think I appreciate the time and the opportunity and for the monies that you let us work with. It will go a long way and it will last and it will be passed on to many generations.
It will. Thank you. Anything else? Ladies, thank you so much. If that don't make you smile, something going on. The only action item that we have tonight, Mr. McKinney, are personnel. And if we need to go into closed session, that's fine. Somebody will have to make a motion for that.
Does anybody want to? No need to. I will state for the audience, you can stay as long as you want. We'd love to have you. This is the first time we've had a few people, and it feels good.
It feels good.
But you don't have to. You can leave at any time you feel like you need to go if you want to. But if you want to stay through this, why, you're more than welcome. Thank you.
My son and I have to be at church in 30 minutes, I'm just telling you. And it's a 15-minute trip, so here we go.
All right.
I recommend the Swain County Board of Education accept the retirement resignation of Vicki King as cafeteria manager at Swain High School, effective June 4th, 2021.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
I really hate to see Ms. King go.
Mhm.
I've known her for a long time. She's a really good asset to the cafeteria.
Like I said, these cafeteria folks, the kids know them better than they know anybody.
It's true.
So they're petting them every day. All right. All those in favor by a show of hands? Motion's carried.
I recommend the Swain County Board of Education accept the retirement resignation of Gladys Waldroop as teacher assistant at Swain East Elementary, effective June 1st, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? There again, I don't know how long she's been up there.
A long time, but Gladys has been with us a lot of
Yes.
years. Yeah.
And she's very well.
What did you say,
Two
John?
separate stints. She was a teacher's assistant when I was in school. That's
She's
been years.
been there that long?
And then she left for a while and came back. Yeah, it's been a minute, not quite as long as you was working.
Hey,
Probably taught her too.
I can't hide it. All right, all those in favor by show of hands? Motion's carried.
I recommend the Swain County Board of Education accept the resignation of Caitlin Dills as Indian education teacher at Swain High School, effective June 4th, 2021.
Okay, motion and second.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor by show of hands? Motion's carried.
I recommend the Swain County Board of Education accept the resignation of Amanda Hilliard as teacher at Swain High School effective June 4th, 2021.
Okay, do we have a, okay,
Sorry, I jumped in.
no, it's fine. You made a motion?
I did.
Okay, second?
Second.
I can't hear again. All right, any discussion? All those in favor by show of hands? Motion's carried.
I recommend the Swain County Board of Education employ Jason Dunford as Dean of Students at Swain West Elementary effective August 9th, 2021.
Motion.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor by show of hands? Motion is carried.
I recommend the Swain County Board of Education employ Ryan McMahon as Dean of Students at Swain Middle School effective August 9th, 2021.
Okay, we have a motion
So
second.
moved.
Second.
And second, okay. Any discussion? All those in favor by show of hands? Motion is carried.
I recommend the Swain County Board of Education employ Sherry Demos, is that correct? As school psychologist effective August 9th, 2021. We move on that one quick because they're hard to
Yeah.
find.
So moved.
Done.
Done. No discussion, all in favor by show of hands?
See this out here?
I started saying, anybody got housing?
I'm going to put all of these together. We've already, I've already shared this with you digitally. We went ahead and wrote contracts for these folks because we needed to get moving for the summer program. I recommend the Swain County Board of Education employ the following for summer camp programs: Abigail Thompson, Kimberly Walls, Jessica McCrae, Mary Ellen Helton, Taylor Cochran, Katie Walls, Kelly Smith, Cynthia Morgan, Christy Anthony, Arvis Bowman, Whitney Davis, Abigail Anderson, Jamie Winchester, Ashley Barker, Cheryl Green, Julia Burrows, Jason Dunford, Cassie McMahon, Brandy Sutton, Cinda Dickey, Deanna Booth, Sally Butler, B.J. Ledford, Heather Herron, Tim Sale, Jessica Klein, Ramona Parsons, Lee Hyatt, Dorothy Diddle, Donita Guest, Keith Payne, Kelly Phelps, Janet Schuler, Sandra Rowe, Cindy Dickey, Ian Roper, Hannah Clemmer, Candace DeWantera, did I say that correctly? Joanna McMahon, Amanda Hilliard, Tiffany Yao, Ashley West, Robin Roper, Katie Cipriano, Carol Shell, and Emily McClung.
All right,
So moved.
Second.
and second, any discussion? All in favor by show of hands? Motion's carried.
But wait, there's more. I recommend the Swain County Board of Education employ the following for summer camp, and these are new names: Heather Chambers, Angela Barnes, Max Lanning, and Vanessa Frazier.
Okay,
Motion.
Second.
all right, any discussion? All in favor by show of hands?
Guess what?
Motion carried.
There's more.
Okay,
I recommend the Swain County Board of Education employ the following for summer camp program bus drivers: Paula Brady, Eddie Hyatt, Tim Sale, Jason Dunford, Diane Tuck, Christy Anthony, and Paula Brogard.
okay.
Motion.
Second.
Motion.
Motion,
Second.
any discussion? All in favor by show of hands? Okay,
I think, we have one more group for summer camp. However, we have Kindergarten Academy that'll be happening the last week of July and the first week of August. And I recommend the Swain County Board of Education employ Sarah Lawson and Karen Melvin for the Kindergarten Academy.
all right.
Motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor by show of hands? All right, motion's carried.
And I recommend the Swain County Board of Education employ the following for the cafeteria during summer camp programs. Not only will they be preparing meals for the students, they'll also be preparing meals for the community to come and pick up. So we will be able to continue our feeding programs Jennifer's done a marvelous job at getting funding for that, which some of us coming from the state. And also, she's received a grant so that, if I'm not mistaken, all of our students next year will be able to eat for free. So kudos to her. These cafeteria workers will be Desiree Stiles, April Crawford, Vicki Harless, Melody Clure, Joyce Hurley, Kathy Price, Deneen Wolf, William McQuaid, Janice Hatcher, Katie Gunter, Carol Seekinen, Alice Clemens, Deb Sutton, Lynn Lambert, Becca Gotkowski, Judy Cloninger, Lovey Fortner, and Ed Zelinka.
Motion. All right,
Second.
second here. Any discussion? All right, all in favor by a show of hands. Motion's carried.
This next group are students who will be working in the cafeteria alongside of our regular employees. I recommend the Swain County Board of Education employ the following students for the cafeteria during summer camp programs: Ethan Barr, Chania Bryant, Kaylin Stiles, Sarah Beth Sutton, and Audrey Zelinka.
All right,
Motion.
okay, we have a motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor by a show of hands. All right, motion's carried.
We have over 70 employees that we're going to be putting to work this year for summer camp. And that's for about 380-ish students that'll be coming at least one session, if not two sessions. So I think that's a great benefit for our community, and we're able to do that because of the money that's come to us from the federal government through ESSER 2. And then we'll be able to also provide that for the next 2 years, maybe not as extensive, but 2 more summer programs through the ESSER 3 funding. So I think that's a good use of that money.
Yes.
That's all of the personnel I have, and that really is a large part of what we need to do tonight. Just want to remind you that June 8th is our next board meeting, which is a change. We had talked about the 7th, but then found out that there was some conflict with this room. So June 8th, which is a Tuesday, will be our regular board meeting. Don't forget, please, that we have graduation on June the 5th. And I've put a statement in the agenda from State Superintendent Catherine Truitt, which very plainly says that high school graduations may have full capacity with no mask and no social distancing. However, DHHS is still recommending that we encourage people to wear masks and to group with their families. But we're going to follow her lead on that, okay? There's a couple of transfers that you need to know about. John Nations, who is one of our graduates, has been a part-time custodian at Swain High School. He is transferring or moving from part-time to full-time, correct, Tommy? And Miss Amanda Sutton, who has been at the middle school, is going to go to East Elementary as the assistant principal there effective August 1st. That gives us a second command at every school and a teacher learning coach at every school, which is a strong move for us. I believe it's going to pay great benefits. Katie Gunter, one of our presenters tonight, mother, is going to be serving as the middle school interim cafeteria manager. Janet Bryant is out with sickness for a little while, so Katie's going to step up for that. The only thing that I have left is reading material, okay? Every spring and every summer, North Carolina School Board Association sends to us school board policy revisions. They sent 48 of them to me yesterday. Tonight, we're going to start with 23. Some of us have worked very hard today to put these in an order for you so that it will save you from having to do a great deal of work. And this is not the first reading. I just want you to have these so you can start looking at them. Now, what you have in front of you right now actually comes from the State School Board Association and Campbell Shatley, our attorneys. And they break each of these policies down and kind of give us the details of what really we have to do and what we can do. It's just a little synopsis. On that chart, you're going to have 3 colors. If you see green next to over a policy number, what that means is the changes are minimal. And I'll be honest with you, when I saw that the changes are minimal on these, I didn't read every word, okay? Because these are just light changes. So these are the minor change policies. If you see yellow or something that looks close to yellow, these are moderate changes, and you might want to spend a little bit of time. One of them has to do with professional development changes. The reason that one is there, the changes aren't large, but there's a new component that we have to put in place. When is it due, the mental health plan?
It's been pushed back to September 15th, but I will present next board meeting the new mental health improvement plan and some procedures with it as well.
And I wanted you to go ahead and have that policy, even though the changes aren't extensive in it, because I knew that Brandy was going to be coming in June, and I wanted you to have a chance to look at it. And I would be pleased to go over all of the little nuances in this, but I really think that by reading through it and with my notes at the top, you're probably going to be able to tell what the big pieces are that you need to know. Now, this next group is the orange and the red group, and these are the ones that you really, really need to pay attention to, even if it's only one word. Like, for example, this first policy, 3300, has a word that I would suggest we take out, and that word is only. I highlighted it, and the reason I believe that word needs to come out is because it implies that instruction only happens in the classroom with the teacher, and that's wrong. We can take the word only out and not change the law. It still falls within the law's parameters. And I will be pleased to send an email to you with the pieces of this that I think you ought to look at, particularly on those orange and red. But I tried to break them down for you so that you didn't have to spend hours and hours and hours reading, because there's a lot of material there. And remember, this is only 23 out of 48. Okay? Let me put your mind at rest. The other 25 are technical changes, and we could almost just approve them all at one time. Okay? I didn't put them in this pack. I'll bring them to you in June. All right? So take some time between now and June 8th and start looking through them, and that will be our official first reading of these policies. Okay? Questions?
No, I was actually looking for another history book to start reading.
There you go. You got it.
Sounds interesting, doesn't it? I know what you read.
Mr. McKinney, that's all that I have. And if Tim and I don't leave the building in 2 minutes, I'm going to be late.
I make a motion, I can make a motion. Somebody make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I can. Second. All right, all in favor, stand up and leave.
Thank you. I'm going to leave you all in Joe Holt's capable hands. He's going to take a picture.
Oh, that's right.
Okay?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.